Official strategy guides have become a bit of a dead media in recent years due to the many websites like IGN or even YouTube offering their own custom-made guides for video games. But there's just something special about having an official strategy guide, which was either created by or at least signed off by the developers behind the game. I recently picked up the official Metal Gear Solid strategy guides for all 5 of the mainline entries, and so in this video I want to have a look through these guides with you, as to be honest, they're simply just amazing. Most use the same regional based cover art as the video game cases, which in my case is the Power region. Without sounding too biased, I love the cover art used in Power regions, especially for MGS. Perhaps it's just nostalgia, but I think we tend to get better cover art, or at least we used to. However, I own the MGS5 Collector's Edition strategy guide, which has its own unique but incredible cover. Some of the guides start with an introduction from the main man himself, Hideo Kojima, where he talks about his history with Metal Gear and the thought process going into each respective game that the guide is designed for. But what makes these guides really stand out for me is the use of Yoji Shinkawa's beautiful and iconic artwork throughout, specifically when marking chapters in the guide or during the character profile sections. And speaking of character profiles, it's fascinating to see the thought and depth put into every character. Each guide has a timeline to catch you up with current events in the MGS storyline, which I think is a particularly great stroke to these guides, especially for newcomers to the series, but even for veterans who need a little refresh on what the hell is going on. These timelines also make great use of Shinkawa's artwork, which really help to illustrate the different time periods of the series. Another great feature of each of these guides is the secrets chapter. Every MGS game is full of secrets and Easter eggs, which I'm still finding on repeat playthroughs to this day, so it's nice to have an official section detailing these. The biggest chapter of each guide is of course dedicated to, well, guiding you through the game, otherwise known as the walkthrough. The page layout is nice and clear too, with an overhead map of each area and the placement of weapons and items, as well as a section detailing any hidden secrets in that particular area. You even get a section dedicated to tips and tactics to use in various situations, which is particularly handy to have when CQC gets introduced in MGS3. Each guide tends to have its own unique section too, dedicated to new mechanics introduced in each installment of the franchise. For example, the MGS3 guide contains pages dedicated to the various animals, plants, and camouflage within the game. The guide for MGS5 has one of my favourite chapters, which is strictly dedicated to the concept art created for the game. I wish the other guides had more of this, as it's amazing to see the beginnings of concepts in the game illustrated so beautifully through talented artists. Overall, I just love having these guides, as it feels like owning a piece of Metal Gear Solid history and merchandise. As much as I understand the move into digital media, especially with video games, there's just something special about owning a piece of physical media, especially when it's for a video game series that you particularly love. If you're a fan of MGS and also enjoy owning physical media, then I highly recommend getting your hands on these guides if you can, as they're just great. I've often considered doing a stream for each game where I strictly follow each page of the guide, so let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I just need to work out the best camera setup for that. Thanks for watching, and look out for more videos showing off some great Metal Gear Solid physical media in future. See you next time.